Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-dive in deep into a topic that asks constantly in the news and sparks heated debates across Brazil: the custody hearing, or Audiência de Custódia. Is it a revolving door for criminals, as some critics say, or is it a vital human rights tool that protects citizens from abuse and illegal imprisonment? Let's break it down, look at the facts, and see what the data really tells us. First, what exactly is a custody hearing? It's a fundamental right, backed by international treaties Brazil has signed, like the Pact of San Jose, Costa Rica. This pact states that anyone arrested must be brought before a judge without delay. In Brazil, this was officially implemented nationwide in 2015. The idea is simple. Within 24 hours of being arrested, the person must be physically present in front of a judge. This hearing has three main goals. 1. To check if the arrest was legal. Did the police act correctly? Was there a legitimate reason for the arrest? 2. To protect against torture and abuse. The judge can see the person directly, look for signs of mistreatment, and hear their side of the story. This is a crucial safeguard against violence. And 3, the judge decides what happens next. Is there enough reason to keep the person in jail before trial, which is called preventive detention? Or should they be released, maybe with conditions like an ankle monitor or regular check-ins? So, what are the positives? The biggest one is that it aligns Brazil with international human rights standards. Simply having to present a detainee to a judge significantly reduces the risk of secret detentions and abuse. It also helps tackle prison overcrowding. Many people arrested in the act of a crime wouldn't end up being sentenced to jail time anyway. Custody hearings prevent them from being automatically thrown into our already packed prison system. Plus, everything is officially recorded with a judge, a prosecutor, and a defense lawyer present, which brings much-needed transparency to the arrest process. Now for the controversies. The most common criticism is the revolving door argument, the idea that criminals are arrested one day and back on the streets the next, creating a sense of impunity. This is a real social concern, but it's important to understand the legal side. A custody hearing isn't a trial. The judge isn't deciding if the person is guilty or innocent. They are only deciding if keeping them locked up before the trial is absolutely necessary, and the law has very strict rules for preventive detention. A judge can't just order someone to jail because the crime was serious. They need concrete reasons, like the person being a flight risk or a direct threat to society. Another huge problem is the lack of infrastructure. In many parts of the country, there aren't enough proper courtrooms, staff, or resources to hold these hearings within the 24-hour deadline. When hearings are delayed, the whole purpose of immediate judicial review is undermined. Then there's the inconsistency. The decision to grant release or order detention can vary wildly from one judge to another and from one city to another. In some places, judges are more focused on protecting individual rights, while in others, they take a much stricter approach. This lack of uniformity creates legal uncertainty and fuels criticism that the system is unfair. And perhaps one of the most critical distortions is that the focus has shifted. What started as a powerful tool to prevent torture has, in many places, become just another procedural step to manage the flow of cases. The hearing often revolves almost entirely around whether to release or jail the person, with the verification of abuse and mistreatment taking a backseat. So, it's become more of a case-sorting mechanism than a robust shield against state violence. So, how does Brazil's system stack up internationally? It's actually quite modern. Our 24-hour rule is similar to standards in the UK and France. In the US, the system is less uniform. The Supreme Court requires a prompt judicial review, but prompt can mean up to 48 hours, and the specific procedures vary a lot from state to state. While France and the UK also have strict rules for police detention, Brazil's system is unique in its explicit primary focus on preventing torture and abuse, even if that's not always realized in practice. However, all these countries face similar challenges: unequal access to lawyers, insufficient infrastructure, and the public perception that the system is too lenient. The tension between protecting rights and ensuring public safety is a universal balancing act. Let's look at the numbers in Brazil. Since 2015, hundreds of thousands of custody hearings have been held. The National Council of Justice reports show that a significant portion of these arrests are converted into preventive detention, but many others result in release with alternative measures. The data also reveals that most arrests are for drug-related and property crimes. But here's the key takeaway from various studies. The results are incredibly diverse across the country. In one city, 30% of cases might lead to preventive jail time, while in another, that number could be much higher or lower. And interestingly, studies have also shown that the majority of people released at these hearings do not immediately reoffend, challenging the revolving door narrative. So, where does that leave us? The custody hearing is an essential pillar of a democratic society. It's a constitutional right that protects us all. The problem isn't the existence of the hearing itself, but its flawed application. It's not the cause of crime, but its failures can certainly amplify the public's feeling that nothing is being done. To make it work, we need better structure, consistent training for judges and police, and a renewed focus on its original goal to protect human dignity and prevent abuse. It's unfair to blame custody hearings for complex issues like crime rates, but it's equally naive to ignore the real problems in how they're being implemented. The path forward lies in perfecting this crucial instrument, not abandoning it. What do you think? Is the custody hearing working in your city? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the systems that shape our society. See you next time.